The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now a first down throw, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a first and 10 at the 18. And here's Watson on the keeper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Jackson from the shotgun. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down inside the 30. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Got some real estate inside the 30. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And finally marked down at the 23. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
Returning it, Johnson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's got room.
This is my mode, baby.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6.
Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Let's go. Let's go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now Jackson on first down.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 32.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Jackson is going to keep it himself.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Heck of a play there by Olivier Vernon to get upfield and bring him down behind the line.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Sheldon Richardson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to go down again.
Olivier Vernon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This is caught. Watkins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quez Watkins, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Bryant with a catch right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Operating from the gun. Jackson trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10.
20. Ravens 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be second down.
To second and 10.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Humphrey on the coverage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
It's now 4th down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the 3rd quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A run for Nick Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Dobbins running out of the gun, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Jackson now off the bootleg. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Watson. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds Beckham complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Watson going to try and run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of...
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You. Hey, 58, boys, 58, you might. Don't get nervous.
They run it again with Chubb. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. But you might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And again, it's Chubb. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage. My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call of this play, partner.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they take a knee.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Record.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.